First, we need to understand the concept of God.
We don't know what God is. We really don't. Not with the science we have, but from ideas we can gather and from conclusions, and from some formulas too, because some scientists have been working hard on trying to find this.
The concept of God is everything.
God is, it is known. Do your own research. We'll say this over and over again. Do your own research. Matter is within us. God is matter around us. God is a matter in other dimensions, in other times. It's everything. Literally everything. And it's one thing.
Unconceivably large, huge. Words cannot describe it. It is within us. It is everything. But enough of
our tools that we have now to be able to describe stuff. What is science? And it's always changing. It will never stop changing. It'll always get better if you want to look at it that way. So, with that said, we cannot explain God with the science we have. It would be like asking an ant, hey, what is little ant religion? What is spirituality? If you tell the ant what it is, they might understand it. They might say, okay, we understand. But they're not going to grab the concept. They're not going to really deeply understand what the heck we're talking about. So we're sitting here trying to, describe God. We can have our own ideas, but we will never be able to do that despite our fast progression in technology. Hey, even our fellow space neighbors can't do that, and yes, I'm talking about aliens.
We need darkness as well as we need light. Believe it or not, we need evil as well as we need good. And so one or the other isn't God or the devil. Everything is a ways, good and bad, of hot and cold, of light and darkness, and we need that wave to.
There's aliens, there's ghosts, there is spirituality, there's science, there's material, there is forces out there, there's time, back and forth, there's light, there's got to be a way to put all these things together.
We come forth not to get you to believe anything. We see great diversity in that which you believe. And in all of that, there is perfect balance. And so we come forth not to alter your beliefs, but to reacquaint you with the eternal laws of the universe. And we are here to express all of that to you in detail.
Let's talk a little bit about the nature of desire from, now don't get freaked out, a quantum physics point of view. Oh my God, you're going to talk about physics. I don't want to listen to that.
Fuzzy-haired guy in 1925 wrote on his chalkboard, E equals mc squared. And we couldn't grasp what that meant. What that says is on one side of the equation is mass and light and everything that we perceive, but it all equals energy. Everything is energy. And let me help you understand that just a little bit. There's the universe, of course, and our galaxy, and our planet, and then individuals, and then inside of this body are organ systems, and then there's cells,
to do amazing things, to possibly even open up the doorways to lighting an entire city.
There is energy.
Think of this for a moment. Take your hand and look at it. Now your hand looks solid, but it's really not. If you put it under a proper microscope, you'd see a mass of energy vibrating.
And so everything is made up of the exact same thing, whether it's your hand, whether it's the ocean, or whether it's a star. The colored paper with ink on it is not money. It's just energy. And so part of the illusion that we're living in is that, these things are solid. They're not solid. Neither is a piece of wood. Neither is a rock.
You are vibrational beings in a vibrational universe. Many people are not yet ready to acknowledge that they are vibrational. They prefer to see themselves as blood and bone specimens that they see in the mirror. And we want to remind you that everything that you observe with your physical senses is vibrational interpretation.
Scientists or engineers,
in other words,
or medical
you hear
doctors
because
or
your
anybody
ears translate
come to
vibration.
terms with the fact that what our senses are telling us is really not the
You
whole
see
story.
because your eyes
We've been so
translate
taught to
vibration.
live with our physical senses, hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. But our physical senses lie. Our physical senses don't tell us the truth.
If you only judge by your sensory factors,
Perceive
you
and
believe
record the energy that their brain is giving off.
The most potent form of energy, by the way, is thought. It penetrates all space and all time. Every thought has a frequency. We can measure a thought. What most people don't understand is a thought has a biochemical and biological property. Every thought, which means it has a frequency. And so if you're thinking that thought over and over and over again, or if you're imagining in your mind, okay, having that brand new car, having the money that you need, building that company, finding your soulmate, if you imagine what that looks like, you're emitting that frequency on a consistent basis. Our job as humans is to hold on to the thoughts of what we want, make it absolute clear in our minds what we want, and from that we start to invoke one of the greatest laws in the universe.